I had daylight on recently, and this was actually just plain daylight. There was, for the first time ever, he had no costume, he had no face paint, he had no wig, he was not headless, he nothing. It was regular as daylight, and he brought up a few interesting points.
When I was younger, and when we were younger, when we listened to some of the rappers, you had fans and you had rappers. Like growing up, listening to Nas, listening to all these rappers, I'm like, I'm a fan. I'm gonna stay a fan because that's impossible to do. Like my brain don't work like that. And like you said, nowadays it's just to the point to where, when you had, no disrespect to anybody, because I don't want anybody to be offended, but when you had the Soulja Boys, or when you had, look like when Soulja Boy dropped Crank That, how many other people popped off? You had Crank the Batman, Crank, motherfuckers like, oh, you can do this and make it? Oh, fans can rap now. So when I listen to most of the music today, I think these are all fans. Like all of these people are just fans. Like I think 99% of SoundCloud is Lil Wayne fans.
Fans are actual rappers
No,
themselves.
fans. They're not rappers. They're fans. They're not rappers. They singing. How are they rapping?
I just saw a quote. I don't know who said it, but they said it was something to the effect of, like, being an MC was something that like you'd look at and you'd be like, damn, I wish I could do that. Now being an MC is, you look at it and you're like, I can do that. You know what I mean? Like the skill and the whatever made it special, to where the fan was like, yo, that's so dope. I wish I could do that, but I know I can never be able to put words together like that, so complex, da-da-da-da-da, to the point where it seemed like anybody can do it. And Soulja Boy might have been one of the marking points of that. I'm not sure if he was the first one, but definitely for this generation, he was the first internet rapper, and you know what I mean? Big off the internet, and showed that you could just not be that dope and still blow up. So yeah, that could have been a turning point.
Well, he blew up huge.
Huge.
Multi-platinum. He was like 15 or 16 at the time.
Without being dope.
Without any sort of lyricism. More just party chants and dances and so forth, which has always been around in hip hop, but there still was a degree of lyricism. I mean, I give, Rob Bass, a hard time over the song It Takes Two, but lyrically It Takes Two was very much farther than, Crank That Soulja Boy.
Right. Definitely.
He actually wrote down and worked out the rhymes and, didn't just kind of freestyle at all. Like, you could tell there was a lot more work involved. Yeah, man, because we're in a very interesting time now, because after that, with MySpace and then, later on SoundCloud and YouTube and everything else like that, suddenly there was no barrier to entry of actually putting out your own music. Everybody, in the 80s, if you did not have a record deal, you shouldn't even bother. In the 90s, if you did not have a record deal, you shouldn't even bother. In the early 2000s, well...
And a record deal could mean independent or major, but record deal nonetheless. You had to have one.
You still needed a deal. You still needed someone to pay for your studio time and to market you and to put a substantial amount of money behind you, unless you had some local D-boy that was willing to, try to wash his money through your career, and it wouldn't work out. But, you needed someone to actually, pressing up vinyl. You couldn't just press a button and suddenly everyone has access to your music. There was a lot of costs involved, printing up CDs,
shipping it. All of that. Like,
all of that.
Yeah, mailing shit out. Like, trust me, I did it before. Like, I did some independent shit. Me and my man Shabazz the Disciple pressed the shit, Hub Servo, fucking storing the shit, fucking sending it out, getting it to record stores, all this type of shit you had to do on your fucking own.
Yeah, exactly. But right around the Soulja Boy time, that's when digital distribution started coming in, and you suddenly had all these fans that said, "Hey, I could kind of do that," and it started this whole kind of wave that we're still very much on.
I mean, a lot of times it was just because the motherfucker was popular. Like, make no mistake about it. You're popular, Vlad. You could make a record if you wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, academics, he charted with his records, little act.
You see what I'm saying? Like if you got a following, you could put it out a fucking record right now. And it don't, my beard long. My beard long. Woo, woo. Like, that's all. With a dope ass beat, my beard long. Number one.
My beard long.
Let's go.
Me and Daylight, do a song together called My Beard Long.
Okay. Come on, man. I'm gonna executive produce that shit.
It could potentially chart.
Why not?
Why
not?
Tours.
Because it's all about if your followers just support whatever you do, if you got that type of following, like, please. Why not? Yeah, it would chart.
Yeah. Yeah, man. And these days you have a lot of people that do stuff that doesn't necessarily take skill, but usually if they're popular without a skill aspect of what they do, they have a visual aspect that makes up for it.
Yes.
You
visual or something, yes.
Whack.
Or not just plain looking, but they'll also do some shocking shit sometimes. They'll do stuff that makes you look at them. See what I'm saying? Whether it's they're saying shocking shit, they look shocking, they're doing, you know what I mean? Goofy shit, you know what I mean? Like, you got motherfuckers out here just doing dumb shit, squeezing lemons in their fucking eyes, and you got all these fucking followers and shit. Supreme Patty and dudes like that. Like, what the fuck? What do you really do? Put hot sauce in my eyes. And like, I got 1 million followers from that. Like, for real? This shit crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, look, Cash Me Outside Girl has like a gold plaque. And an actual like career now. Like, honestly, she like tours and shit. Like, she has an actual rap career when she just acted out on Dr. Phil. Like, that to me is the craziest one. That to me is the actual craziest one. Like, someone who acted out for disrespecting her mother now has a full-blown rap career when she had none to begin with. And it's not like she was a rapper and then she did something crazy and then boom, her music blew up. She wasn't rapping, disrespected her mom, it went viral, she got a record deal. They got some writers and some, producers to put the shit together. Lil Yachty and whoever else jumped on some songs with her. Boom. Just
now, see, if this was dog training, you'd be rewarding bad behavior. That's rewarding bad behavior. You know about dog training. So it's like if your dog do some shit, if your dog was to act out, and then you fucking give it a treat right after that, you're telling the dog that what they did was a good thing. So we as a society, when we see these people do, all this cash me outside bullshit and you know what I mean? All the negative shit, and then we reward them for doing it. We're like, here's money and fame and all of that. Give us more acting out. Give us more bullshit, and we will reward you even more.